Hey everyone, it's Burl with the Mobile Mike Sells, and we got a electric bike to go cruise the country with. Stick around as we assemble it. So there's a lot of zip ties in here we need to cut loose before we can remove the bike from the box. It's about, I think they said 90-something% assembled, which is great. But there's a bunch of zip ties, and I'll get to that. Charger and cord, pedals, e-bike book, user manual, that should make it easier. Big move.
Go ahead. Alright, I'm following the instructions, much to the chagrin of Sharon. And yes, the fender does go on prior to the tire and wheel. Did read the instructions, I didn't read them all the way through. And before I tighten this up, I have to install the front light. So I'll loosen this up. Remove the screw, grab the headlight, bring it up here, place it like so. All right. Grab a hold of this socket screw. Maybe. There we go. All right. Come on now. We'll wait for a final tightening after I get the legs on.
down here. I believe that's the next step.
Go.
Because say they've pre-installed the screws on both sides where the fender locks in. So you remove both sides, and then we'll put the fender forks on together. The two screws out and reinstalled, so the fender's now locked in place. Now I believe it is time to put the tire on. So I got the tire in the front forks. The trick is that you have to get the disc brake in between the pads over here on the caliper assembly. Now the first thing you do is install what's called a water drop gasket. You can see it looks like a water drop. And it's got a little prong that sticks out that will lock in. And the idea behind that is if the tire loosens up or the wheel loosens up a little bit, or the nut loosens up, I'm sorry, the wheel won't fall off if you go over a jump or something like that, and which could end up in a serious accident. So we have the tire installed with the raindrop gasket. Give it a tighten. Now this bike does come with its own little tool kit. The Allen wrenches are fine, but I would rather use a socket wrench to do this. It's a little bit faster. And you can get a little bit more torque on the nuts. Alright. It's time to put the pedals on. Now the funny thing about this is, with pedals, as we all know, the way things run, you have to put the left pedal on, goes counterclockwise when it's installed, and the right pedal goes clockwise. Go to the other side. Install this one. I am going to use the wrench that they provided because I don't have a metric wrench. Alrighty, there's that part. So the seat is completely adjustable and they simplified it by doing this quick lock here, and then all you do is tighten this up, this thumb screw over here, pinches the collar down nice and tight. I'll adjust that later when I get to start pedaling it around. Installing the fender braces on both sides. I'm not going to tighten this one down all the way. I'll have them both in place. Okay, so I'm installing the rear carrying rack. This is an optional item that's included, but there's no instructions, so I'm just kind of flying by this. So I'm going to make sure that the handlebars are aligned with the front forks. Give these nuts a tighten. Properly. Oh boy. I'm tightening, I'm putting a zip tie on this wire that goes to the back light. So that's our light bike completely assembled. It wasn't too tough to do. Considering it's supposed to be a two-person assembly, and I did it by myself with a little bit of assistance from Sharon. But one of us has to run the camera and one of us has to run the wrench. So there you go. I'm in pedal assist mode 2. Start off pedaling.